Hello, stakeholders of Olton Junior High. I'm recording another video to upload the PowerPoint that I used with students. I call it the Back to School PowerPoint. The reason I'm doing this is I'm trying to have open communication between the stakeholders for our campus and myself. This right here, what you're looking at, is our board policy. It is called AE Local. You can see it up here in the corner. One of the district beliefs is we believe that open communication is essential for student success. So by posting this video, that's what I'm trying to do, is to openly communicate with you through this electronic venue, and to show you what your students saw the other day when we had our meetings. I believe it was Tuesday, and so I wanted to put that PowerPoint up. I'll narrate it, and that way you can see exactly what your children saw and know what we expect of them, what they can expect from us. So if you, after viewing this video, if you have questions, please feel free to call. I'll be more than happy to do that, or be more than happy to answer questions that you may have. Again, just trying to open the lines of communication. This seems to be a good resource. And again, watch the video. If you have questions, let me know. If you need any help on how to find this policy, I'll be more than happy to show you that. We can give you a copy of this. It has our district mission statement on here. It has our board mission statement, and it has our district beliefs, what we believe will help students be successful. It's a very good document. Again, if you want to know how to find that, let us know, or I can get you a copy of that. Again, I will narrate the PowerPoint and post that here to Facebook. Again, if you need anything, let us know. Make it a great day. Hello parents, this is the back to school PowerPoint that we used with our students this year. I will go through and narrate this. I only have limited time to do this, so I'll kind of go through it quickly. Feel free to ask any questions and call us and let us know if anything comes up from this PowerPoint. First thing, we'll start off with the cafeteria. We talked to students about where they're supposed to be seated. 8th grade students can sit anywhere here. And then we had 6th and 7th and or 8th graders can sit at these tables, and we asked that they leave this table empty for lunch detention students. Students can use their electronic devices during lunch. We asked them just to be good students at lunch, stay seated after we eat, and we'll go outside whenever we can. Basically, eat right, behave, and follow directions, and lunch will be a great time. So 8th graders are very excited. And all the students were excited about using their electronic devices. Our daily schedule, you can see here, 1st through 8th periods. We covered this in an early video that I recorded. Tutorials and detentions, 3:05 to 3:50. Will be Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday during football. Thursdays and Fridays we'll have pep rallies. Fridays we'll have high school pep rally, and Thursday will be junior high pep rallies. Remember, buses will run at 4 o'clock Monday through Thursday, and on Fridays during football once the high school pep rally is complete. Here's our detentions for the year. Again, I covered this in an earlier presentation that I recorded, but we have lunch detention, where students will be in lunch detention and will not be able to use electronic devices or be able to talk during lunch. Thursday afternoon detentions will be held from 3:05, that should be 3:05 to 3:50, and students will be held back from pep rallies if they are in those detentions. After school detentions will be 4 to 5 on Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I'm the only one that can assign these detentions. Students will not be allowed to participate in extracurricular activities when issued this detention. And then 0 detentions if students have not turned in work when they've been given multiple opportunities to do so. Excuse me, they will be assigned a 0 detention. So those are our 4 types of detention that we'll have. Again, went over that with the students the other day. Here's our discipline plan that we went through. I'm just going to kind of briefly go over this. Step 0, the student will sign the book. Again, these are minor infractions, so what we would call small things. If the teacher determines that it's minor, this is what they'll do. Teacher holds a conference with the student. Step 1, they sign the book. Teacher will call you at home and conference with you about the issue. Step 2, the counselor will call home again after the student signs. Step 3, student will sign the book and I will make a phone call home. Step 4, student will sign the book, and then a teacher can issue a Thursday afternoon or a lunch detention. Step 5, they'll issue 2 Thursday afternoon lunch or D-halls, or Thursday afternoon D-halls or lunch D-hall, and student will sign the book on Step 6, and they will issue 3 at that time. Step 7, teacher writes up a referral. They attach the sheet and then send it to me, and I'll issue them that 1 after-school D-hall that we talked about earlier. Step 8, they will write up another referral, and then I will issue 2 after-school D-halls. And then Step 9, the student will sign the book, and then I will issue 3 after-school D-halls. Now at Step 10, they'll sign the book, and then I will follow this protocol right here, beginning with ISS. Again, these are for minor infractions. If you agree to corporal punishment, what we call SWATs, we can be given, and I can give those in lieu of detention or ISS as long as parents, principal are in agreement. So again, this is just a guide that we're going to try to follow. We can alter if necessary. This is an important policy. It's EIA local on our board policy. A student shall be permitted a reasonable opportunity to redo an assignment or retake a test for which a student received a failing grade. The way we are going to interpret that is that we'll give a student 1 business day to come in and redo an assignment or retake a test for which the student received a failing grade. In both cases, the highest grade can make is an 80. So if they fail something, they want to come in and redo it, they have that opportunity, and we have to give them that opportunity. So I talk to students about the importance of taking care of that and taking advantage of that wonderful, wonderful, wonderful board policy that we have. You can pause this video and read this if you'd like to, or if you want to go look up EIA local. If you need help with doing that, come see me and I'll be more than happy to do that. Okay, breakfast is served before school. Whether they eat or not, we are asking students to report directly to the cafeteria unless they've made prior arrangements with a teacher or me to be in the building. Again, we talked about this. 8th grade students will be allowed to sit at the round tables, and then we had the long tables to be reserved for lunch detention students. We talked about bus privileges. Students can lose those if they misbehave on the bus, and then parents will be responsible for getting them to school. We passed out packets, all the information, medical forms that have to be signed. Make sure that you have everything completed. So if your child is traveling with basketball teams, football teams, extracurricular activities, they can be able to do that. Okay, students are assigned to half lockers. 8th graders have a taller locker. We told them they are responsible for their books and their clothing. We can search those lockers if there's suspicion without the student's permission, if we suspect that there's any illegal material in their lockers or need that as a part of an investigation. And we advise students to put locks on their lockers. So please get locks on those lockers. If you feel like that's necessary, we would advise you to do that. I told students they're responsible for making up their homework when they're absent within the time allotted by the teacher. The students are allowed however many days they're gone plus 1 in order to make up that assignment. So if they're gone for 2 days, they have 3 days to get the work in, however many days they're gone plus 1. The state of Texas requires that students be here 90% of the time school is in session. That's roughly 18 days a year for the absences for the whole year. So that's not that many. So we talked about that missing more than 18 days could result in summer school, repeating the same grade next year, and possible truancy charges being filed on their parents. So please make sure your kids are here as much as possible. We understand things do come up, and there is some time built in for that. And remember to have a doctor's note or a note from home for an excused absence. An unexcused absence, it can build up and be used in truancy charges. So we talked about that. So please get those notes to us if they're absent. Talked about eligibility for extracurricular activities, that you must be passing in 70% or above in every class in order to be eligible to participate. So we talked about the importance of academics and getting your work done and passing so that you could play football, cheerleading, basketball, UIL, all that we have going on our campus. We talked about treating others with respect, talked about whether it's a principal, teacher's aide, high school teacher, custodian, whomever, they need to be respectful and follow follow those directions of that employee. And we talked about using yes sir and no sir, yes ma'am and no ma'am, and that kind of thing. It was a good discussion, and everyone was very receptive, and the students have done a great job of that so far. Just a reminder about dress or skirt length will not show indecent exposure when sitting or standing. Strapless dresses are not to be worn unless covered by a jacket or a top. See-through blouses, bare midriff, spaghetti straps, and low-cut dresses are not permitted. And this is from our handbook, just reminding the girls that they are not allowed to wear that kind of thing. And I told the boys if they have dresses or skirts on, I would ask them to change quickly. Hemlines of skirts or dresses must be no higher than 3 inches above the top of the kneecap. We also talked about shorts. If girls wore shorts, or boys, that they needed to make sure that the top of the bottom of the shorts touch the top of a note card. Again, that is in our handbook. If you would like to read that, or if you have any questions about that, let us know. Girls may have earrings, but no other body piercings visible. Boys may not wear earrings, nose rings, or any other pierced jewelry at school or at school functions, ball games, banquets, dances, that kind of thing. We talked about that. We talked about no cussing. We won't tolerate any profanity, and I essentially told them we don't use it, and you can't either. So they were very receptive to that. Don't think that'll be a problem. No weapons or anything that can be used as a weapon are allowed. So if we feel like something can be used as a weapon, then we can take that from the students and keep that and return that to you, or turn it over to whomever we need to. Clothing will not be excessively baggy or saggy. Pants will be worn at the waistline, not below the hip bone. If your underwear is showing, that's sagging. So kind of have to get literal sometimes with junior high students. So we there was a picture on here, so I used that picture as what would be considered sagging. Again, hasn't been a problem to this point as of this recording. Hoodies in the hallway will not be allowed, or in the cafeteria. It's essentially for a safety reason. We need to be able to recognize students. If we can't see their face, we may not know who they are. It could be a potential threat. And also, if someone is under the influence of alcohol or drugs, they could be a danger to someone around them. So we need to be able to see their face and know who they are, and be able to make sure that they're not under the influence of anything illegal. So that's the reason for that. Boys, especially for the hair, it's got to be clean, well-groomed, not in the eyes, and it can't touch the bottom of the ear nor reach the collar in the back. No geometric signs, ponytails, rat tails, or braids. Sideburns should not be extended below the earlobe, and beards and goatees are not permitted. So again, that's from our handbook, so I just put that was a direct quote from our handbook, and talked to the students about that. Cell phones are not permitted unless they've gotten permission from me, or the teacher has made arrangements to use those in class. We know that those can be a great learning tool. They will collect those and turn those into me if students have those out and on during the day. For safety purposes, the Olton ISD permits students to possess cell phones, but they must remain turned off during the school day, including testing. But students can use their devices during the lunch. So parents, I would encourage you, if you need to get a message to your student via their text phone, or via their cell phone, or a text message, or a phone call them during lunch, 12:01 to 12:31. Students are allowed to use those. If it's an emergency, you need to get in touch with them. We understand that. You can also call our front office, and we'll be more than happy to get a message to them as well. So we appreciate your cooperation. If a phone is taken up, it is $15 to get that back. If a teacher does turn that off, that goes into our activity fund that we use here at the junior high to purchase various materials. Again, that goes into our activity fund over at the administration office. We started a new thing this year, positive behavior referral. You can be written up for doing good things around our campus. If they are written up for that, then their name will be going into a drawing for a prize. That'll be probably a $15 gift card, so you might hear from me from time to time. Try to make those phone calls home about positive behavior referrals, so talk to the students about that. We talked about public display of affection, that it's not allowed, so that was pretty plain and simple. They knew exactly what I was talking about. So no PDA here at school. Just talked briefly about keeping your hands clean, not coughing on each other, doing our best not to spread germs as flu season will be coming soon enough. So we want them here. We don't want to be sick, and we don't want them sick as well. And the last thing I talked about is that we're glad that they're here. We are proud to serve them, and we want them to have do their best and be awesome in all that they do. And we're glad that they're here. We're glad that you're here, or that you're a parent here at our campus. We want to serve you and make things great for your child or children. Again, please call us and let us know if you have any questions. We are proud of our Colts and Phillies and all that they do. And again, we welcome any questions, concerns, comments that you may have. We thank you for watching this video today, and hopefully this will help open the lines of communication between our two campuses. So again, thank